Hello guys, Nexas here, welcome back to Destiny 2, and in today's video we're back again with more stuff to go over. Yesterday we did get the juiciest of juicers in terms of twabs. I mean, we got a big juicy one. Twab itself has been great, obviously coming up to content in terms of Witch Queen, and with Witch Queen we are going to be getting a lot of different weapon changes. Obviously weapon crafting is going to be a thing, but exotics honestly in general are getting a flat freaking buff. They are all going to be doing 40% increased damage, primary ones anyway, and one of them we're going to be looking at is going to be the Tarrabad. It's going to do 40% more damage in PvE against red bars and stuff like that, which already is just nuts. It's going to make these shred, but the Tarrabad itself is getting its own secondary or own buff by itself, and it's going to actually be insane. So the Tarrabad or the Terrible might become the TERRAGOOD, guys. I think this thing's going to be the Terra Insane. It's going to be so sweet with the buff. Basically, it's got the trait Ravenous Beast. This weapon stores power when dealing or receiving damage. Hold your R button, your reload button, and unleash the beast when full. When it unleashes the beast, it basically turns into like 1100 RPM. Ridiculous damage and everything. It is so freaking dope. And then also does the trait as well, Bottomless Appetite. Dealing continuous damage extends the duration of Ravenous Beast. So you got about 10 seconds with this, and then this obviously extends it on damage. In PvE, it's nutty. In PvP, it can be insane as well, but it's so committal in terms of what Bungie were saying as well, that you have to have this out all the time. As soon as you switch this weapon, this Ravenous Beast that stores power, it disappears when you switch, which is legit the only reason this gun is never used really at all. Even in PvE, it's more useful, but the fact that you can't switch out is the biggest pain in the ass. But yeah, as I said, Bungie are going to be giving a buff in Witch Queen. You'll see now reduces the perk progress by half instead of clearing it on weapons. So now when you switch, you only lose half the energy, which is a huge upgrade, of course, in PvP. And they are increasing how good the Bottomless Appetite is when fighting Guardians, because in PvP, this wasn't really doing much. Like, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't increasing it like it would in PvE. So there are going to be buffs that as well. But the Tarrabad, this thing is nutty. If you want to know how you obtain this, unfortunately, this was a raid weapon, of course, from the Crown of Sorrows raid, which you can't actually do anymore. So the only way to get this now, and FOMO alert, boys, the only way to get this is from the Exotic Archive. You got to go into Forsaken. You'll see it right here because it came out during Season of Opulence. It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie, this is very expensive for a lot of casual players as well. People who don't really raid, of course, you're never really gonna get this because you gotta do a lot of raiding. Whereas if you did the freaking Crown of Sorrows, it would have been RNG. But that is sort of why I want to go over to Tarrabad now, because realistically, it is quite expensive. I'm not gonna lie. You can farm for it now if you wanted to, but we gotta showcase just before Witch Queen comes out if it is gonna be worth it. Because if it is really, really good now and you can kind of see the power of it, then you'll see if it's worth buying once the new season comes around. Because if it is getting a buff, it'll only get better than what it is now. The Tarrabad itself, as I said, it could be go from terrible to Terra freaking good. I mean, this will be insane once Witch Queen comes around, and that's why you gotta know if it's worth spending all those mats. It's so expensive. So without further ado, let's go into PvP first. We'll do PvE as well, but let's go into some Crucible first with the Tarrabah and see what it's like. Alrighty, so we're going to be on Cauldron, which is honestly a quality map for this sort of SMG. I didn't even go over its archetype. It's 750 RPM. It's got a beautiful sight as well. But 750 RPMs are aggressive frames, so realistically, I just got hit by a grape. Well, that 750 RPM or 750 RPM subs are usually like aggressive frames. So if you think of your Ikelos and stuff like that, it's got to be the same sort of archetype as that, and it can do absolute damage. You'll see on the left of the bar there, that is the damage increasing modifier thing that I will have, that if you get kills and stuff, you can unlock the beast. I need a little bit more. You need to get it to full, so realistically, I can't unlock it yet. Where he's at, boys? I need a little bit more, and the thing is, I cannot stow this right now. When the buff comes, of course, I'll be able to stow it halfway, but I can't stow this right now. I just need to, like, tickle booties a little bit. There we go. And okay, I can get the Ravenous Beast going. So if I hold, or if I want to do it when there's kind of people around, but if I hold it now, here we go. It's 7 seconds to kind of beam some people, and you can see it can absolutely wreck. Now, obviously, got triple freaking peaked. Hello? But it's so fast. The RPM increases to freaking nuts speeds, and you can just absolutely melt people. But yeah, you can see the fact that I can't switch when I'm getting rushed there to a shotgun, if I had, like, obviously the charge up and stuff like that, kind of does suck, and that's why people would use it. But of course, you just want to pepper damage. You want to take some damage. You want to pepper them a little bit as well. That's all you want to do. That's all you need to do. And oh my god, I didn't get him at all. Why is there a guy there? What, boys? Where's the team? And yep, dying will also reset that little charge. So realistically, you literally can't stow this and you can't switch it, or you can't freaking die with it. So you literally can't do anything other than freaking just use it. That's the only thing you can do. But obviously, getting 2 kills will basically proc it for you, which is just going to be really dope. Now, there's a guy right here. I'm getting rushed at. I got the Ravenous Beast. No. Okay, now we peek. Now we peek. Where's that, boys? Where's that, bro? Where you at, bro? Oh my god, why did I reload? But there we go. And there's the death. Oh, it can absolutely shred once you get it going, but you literally have to get it going. If you don't have it going, it will do nothing. And that's a Jade Rabbit. What? Oh, Mofo on my flag. We got the kill, and you'll see I got a little bit of charge. You can't actually damage yourself as well. There was actually glitches where you used to be able to jump into walls and stuff to actually get it up a little bit. But obviously, that isn't like the best way to use it. And oh my god, I'm getting freaking beamed, boys. Anyone help a brother out? There's a guy behind you, bro. A guy behind you, guy behind you. There's the kill. I got the Ravenous Beast going. Oh, screw it. Why not? Why not? We'll use it and we'll get this kill. And there's the kill. You can see the reload goes to freaking 92. So you can just delete. I mean, it is so freaking good. Now, oh my god, I got shot in the back. It's nuts. It honestly is just disgusting when it gets going. That's why this is just going to be a different beast as well next season. Of course, PvE, it's going to be a lot more usable as well. Solar weapon. But you can kind of see why it can be nutty in PvP as well. You just have to get the right engagements. Just on the damage and everything like that. But if you don't have it in, it can kind of suck on you. And oh my god, no. Ah! Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. Someone help a brother out. Someone... Oh, God, guys. Did someone kill him? Thank God. I didn't want to lose my beast. You know what? Screw this. We're going to pop it like it's hot. And here we go. And oh, it's the guy with a freaking Sharias. Oh, man. Every time I go to use it, there's freaking 4 of them. And they just all peek me. The other thing I will say about this as well is that this doesn't have a catalyst or anything going on either. So realistically, this could only get better if they ever decided to bring out a catalyst for it. And no, sir. No, sir. You're going to pop it. Ah, get him, boys, get him. We got him, don't worry. We got the Ravenous Beast going. This guy's got to peek me, right? Where you at, bro? Where you at? You can see you can just delete the dude. Oh, it's so freaking sweet. Even as a 750 by itself, it can absolutely wreck some cheeks. That's the last word, but it can wreck by itself. This ain't no slouch either. It's 750, so it's an archetype of SMG that can actually wreck, and the sight on it's beautiful. I didn't even go over that. This is a rated exotic. It should feel like powerful, but as I said, obviously, oh, that's a shoulder charge. I better not freaking die. But yeah, you can kind of just see how committed you have to be to use this now. That guy just like kind of whip past me. No, sir. Oh, boys, I got some. He's trying to snipe me. Screw you, bro. We get the third. Oh, yes, baby. Just get slayed. What the? Was that a free? Oh, it's a freezy boy. Oh, it's a freezy boy. Oh, no. No, it froze. What? That hit me? Man, the tracking of that crap. But you can see you have to commit to this fully 100%. Add it to primary weapon. With the way the metas work, or Destiny 2 in general works in PvP, you don't really have time to use anything other than, or like just only primary gameplay. You kind of have to be able to use your special. But one kill, you can see, because it took a little bit of damage too, I already have the Ravenous Beast going. So you can only imagine what this is going to be like next season when it actually gets fully proc. Now, oh! No! Why is there always a shotgunner? But like, that's such a situation. I can't switch there to switch to my shotgun to shut him down. I've got to just commit. And that's the biggest problem that's always been with the Tarrabah. I mean, this game is nearly going to be over. We got another kill to get. There we go. We'll kill him. But yeah, this game is probably going to end pretty damn soon. But you can see it can absolutely wreck. And even by itself, this SMG ain't no slouch either. It can annihilate 750 RPM. As I said, it's always been the problem that it was just in PvP. Oh my god, okay, we get this procced. It's always been a problem, though, that it just relied so much that you use it completely. But once you're going to get it going in, it can just annihilate. Oh, god. Shotguns are going to kick your ass. That is the game, set, and match. I cannot see where I'm shooting. Boys, it's over. Ceasefire, ceasefire. We won. It's over. That is the Tarrabad in some PvP. You can see it is really good. It just takes like literally 100% commit. I didn't use my grenade launcher once there. Didn't use anything else bar that. 34 opponents defeated, 2.83. All right. Time for the PvE side of things. We're going to... I think Ant could have shot a freaking grenade off my back. We're going to use this in PvE, and we're going to showcase just kind of how good it is PvE. Of course, it is a lot easier to get it going. Of course, doing damage to this thing as well. I will fill it up, so you can obviously just pepper these things if you want to, just to get it going and everything. But it will refill super fast in PvE, and of course, it will have the bottomless appetite going. So PvE, it already is going to be nutty. 40% increase to damage is going to be nuts too. But as I said, it's just a beautiful weapon. It's such a shame that this is honestly... I will say, probably without a doubt, this is one of the least used raid exotics I've ever seen. Every other raid exotic we've ever gotten has always been really good, broken, whatever. This is legit the only one I've never seen used, ever, in D1 and D2. And the thing is, it's beautiful. Look at this. We're going to delete this thing. We'll delete this thing. You can obviously delete these. And with the bottomless appetite, you can just deal with ads for freaking days. And the reload is that fast that you lose like no time. So this thing is honestly, you can see it is wrecking the red bars now at high leveled. But it's going to last for freaking ages once you get it going. Like a couple of 2 seconds there. I still have it going. I've lost it now, which is unfortunate. But you know what? I'll just build it back up. You know what? I can easily build this back up. And that's why this thing is just disgusting. And the fact that It will do more in terms of giving you more time back, obviously, when the buff comes to pass. It will also let you stow it as well. So if I need to, I can DPS and then whip it back out. The other thing is that it is solo as well. Now, we're just going to actually lighten this dude. Why not? Let's just get the RPM going. Look at this red bar. Just get HP down. And you can, as I said, this is going to be obviously a 40% increase in damage come next season, which is going to be nutty for it too. But just look at the RPM. It's actually just insane. And when you get a kill, it just extends it that little bit longer and stuff like that. This is the damage. Look at it. It just consistently goes. You can just beam freaking bosses and stuff with it. It's honestly super sweet. Of course, okay, we just lost the flag, boys. I am struggling in this one. Alrighty, so we're gonna be in the second phase now with, of course, a Tarrabad. You can already see this kind of how nutty is PvE. It's only gonna get better. I do understand people be like, oh yeah, but I can use Tarragood, or I can use any other sucker, like secondary, primary, whatever, and even the Vex right now is nutty. I do get that. It's just, it is going to be dependent on disruption mods and everything as well. And you can't deny just how beautiful this is once it gets going. If you have any sort of damage increasing buff as well, it just shreds. Especially if, like, imagine there was a piercing thing on. Now, of course, there's not. But I can legit just keep beaming that thing. I nearly took out an overload without it getting a regen. And they're actually getting... overloads are actually getting a little nerf in terms of there's going to be perks for dealing with overloads. So, in terms of them regenerating the HP and everything, this is going to be really just disgusting. And as I said, it charges us so fast. I mean, it doesn't even need kills. It just needs freaking damage. I think it's just, generally speaking, this is just a really slept on exotic in general. I know Bungie did say it's really strong, but guys, tell me when the last time is you've seen someone use a Tarrabad. Look at that. I lost my charge because I picked up the freaking objective. Oh, God. But when was the last time you've actually seen someone use a Tarrabad? Tell me. I guarantee it has been freaking months, if not like nearly a year. This came out obviously with Forsaken, Crown of Sorrow and stuff. Oh, big boy's gonna be here though, and here comes the DPS boys. We don't even need to stop. We just keep on going, and look at this, just the reload. The Ravenous Beast just consistently going. It will decrease, of course, in that reload time and stuff like that, but you can kind of consistently keep going. He just got absolutely annihilated. It is beautiful. Said it's just such a shame that Bunko, it just doesn't work very well, that people just use other weapons. I know Vex is just nutty, but it does kind of showcase how good this can be. And as I said, if this actually was in a mod where this was doing like disruption break or something like that, you can already imagine what it could do. It probably actually is disruption break on, but look at the damage, and I can actually beam this before I can regen HP. That's how good this SMG can be. I mean, this thing can annihilate. It's just, of course, everything else is just better at the moment. I understand that, but with the 40% increase in damage in general, and also all these buffs coming to it in terms of Ravenous Beast staying longer and everything like that, it could be just nutty. And as I said, it's actually pretty good. And this actually was using the Crown of Sorrow's raid for a little bit until people started seeing that the Outbreak effect was nutty. But it's a ton of fun to use. It can do some insane DPS. I would love if it did give you a little bit of, you know, energy or weapon ammo back on hits, like a weird sort of subsistence. But overall, it's still a ton of fun. I'll take out this overload. That means we should be able to destroy this guy. Come on, guys. Let's finish him off. Let's do it. There's the DPS. Get it in, Kings. Get it in. Get it in. And it's going to be the end. But yeah, you can see the Ravenous Beast and the freaking Tarrabah. Tarrabah going from TERRAGOOD, Terra Insane, whatever you want to say. The Tarrabah. It's honestly really, really sweet. It still is good. And Bungie were kind of right saying that it is extremely strong, but the commitment was just insane. But with all the changes coming, it should be a treat to use next season. Well, that is it for me and the Tarrabah SMG. The SMG that could. I mean, this thing, as I said, it's such a shame that this was a raid exotic. I know you wouldn't think it, but this is legit one of very few primary raid exotics. There was, of course, Outbreak Perfected used to be one. There was the Vex, of course, and both those weapons when they came out, they were overly freaking ridiculously broken. The Tarrabah is the first one, the first primary, where they were probably just thinking that they couldn't make it too broken, which the perk would have been if this just procs off kills, or like I don't know, like a recluse sort of thing that we get another kill with a different weapon that this would proc. So they probably toned it down a lot, but it is nice that they've actually gone back to this, because this is an old exotic. This came out with Season of Opulence and everything, as I said. This came out a while ago with Crown of Sorrows. It is really nice that it's getting looked at, though. It's a really fun weapon to use. It is a ton of fun to use in PvE as well when you get it going and everything. It can be really fun. PvP as well, once you get it going, you can start to absolutely delete things, and it would be probably overly broken if you could stow it all the time, just pepper things. But I think overall it needed a change. This buff definitely helps it. The fact that you change your weapons so much in PvP, you actually, in me in general, I switch a lot whilst I'm just running, so I've got to literally tone myself down to stop doing that. But overall, I think that it's such a good change that they're kind of looking at it. And the 40% increase in PvE to all exotic primaries is going to be nutty for this one as well. Solar weapon, it's going to be one of the better SMGs to use. I do understand people's griefs and stuff in PvE when it comes to using exotics in the primary, because you will still have the Tarragood, you'll have freaking Vex Mythoclast, which is just wrecking PvE right now. You'll have a lot of different things that will do such good damage in PvE as primary exotics. Graviton Lance is another that's going to be freaking dope. But I think overall, just in PvP in general as well, this thing is definitely going to be looked at in PvP. I think that it's going to have a niche sort of playstyle, but people who can master this or use this are going to benefit so much. It can absolutely destroy. It's one of the fast time to kills once it gets going. So yeah, as I said, I'm happy Bungie are actually looking at this. This buff is going to be huge. Is it worth, though, putting all those mats into getting this compared to others? At the moment, you can buy, for Spoils of Conquest anyway, which is raid stuff. So you can buy the Tarrabad, which is a raid weapon. You can buy Legend of Acreus, which is a raid weapon. And you can also buy Anarchy. Now, if you're going to pick between the three of those, which one you should get as a weapon, honestly, Anarchy will be top of your list, because Anarchy is just, it's a good DPS weapon still. And if there is buffs coming next season, Anarchy could still be one of the top DPS weapons. But with the fact that Gallahorn has become a really good DPS strat and people using legendary, obviously rocket launchers with the Gallahorn, this is definitely second on that list. The Acreus, I would say, is going to be top tier right now. It's shotgun. It never really does that much damage. But the Tarrabah, it will be second on the list. If you don't have, obviously, the or if you have Anarchy and stuff, I would definitely say Tarrabah would be next one to get. It is a lot of mats, though. This isn't going to be cheap. And you can't do the raid anymore to try to get this, because it was obviously vaulted. So it is a shame that you can't RNG your way to this instead of spending all those mats. But I definitely will say, with the buffs coming up, I would be excited for getting this. I will be excited to use this once the patch comes around. And I do think if you have the mats, if you have the time or whatever, definitely I will grind out for this. I think it's going to be sweet next season. It is already really good right now. It's just so committal. But once that commitment goes, once this buff comes in, Tarrabah is going to, as I said, I keep saying, Tarrabah is going to go from Tarrabad to TERRAGOOD. It's going to be so nutty next season. But regardless, if you like the video, show us a like. I don't want to see more content, subscribe, fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you next collective in the next one.